Gonna be quickly chopping it up with my guy, Dillian Whyte. Get a couple of takes on things. We're gonna do some more, but it will be on a different platform and in a different application. So stand by for that. Yeah. Let's get Dean in. Where are ya? Waiting for him. Waiting for him to hit the bill dizzing. Where are you, my guy? Where are you? We tell them, well, Lady Jean Michel. Right, there we go. Let's bring in my guy. I've just had to explain. There'll be another application that we'll be doing it on, but we're gonna chop it up. Real quick with Dean. Time is not of the essence. So, hey girl, it's Lady Jean. Boxology. Hi, Dean. Sorry.
Fucking Shan, you bloody pest.
You love me, really, don't you? What would you do? You didn't see me for 20 years. You was quite fine, innit? And now look, God. Every day.
Now you're here terrorizing.
I terrorise you. Dean, thanks again. I know time is not of the essence. Thanks for joining me on Boxology. But we will be chopping it up. I just explained it like on another application later on, or maybe tomorrow. But I'll get it all popping. So let's just get it crack-a-lacking. Like Black Box, big up, you know, my guy. So what I wanted to really talk about was a touch base on your opinions with Dill having, which I'd stated, the worst luck in British boxing history at the minute. What would you agree?
Do you know what? I wonder what the reason is. They said it's COVID. It's like 3 weeks out from the fight. You know, there's lots of fighters that have actually had COVID, gone and trained all the way up to the fight, not knowing, and got tested positive on the day. Yeah. So I feel like I don't know if like it was, you know what I mean? I don't know, like he's a healthy guy. He's 39 or 40.
It's 42, one.
Yeah, it's about 40 or 41 then. Yeah, I think something like that. But look, he's a healthy guy. He's fit. He trained with a good immune system. I can't see how much it would have affected him in terms of saying he's been hospitalized. Yeah. It seems a bit much. But, you know, COVID is out there and it affects different people in different ways, you know what I mean? But I don't want to go too much into COVID because, I'm already, I got my back against the wall against those guys. It's just all bollocks, that's it.
I see your see it. Me too, I agree.
Yeah. So for me, I don't know, it was a bit much in pulling out. I'm thinking, I don't know, it's weird. I've got other thoughts also.
Well, unleash the thoughts. Unleash the thoughts.
No, I can't. I don't want to do that. But
well, let me unleash my thoughts then. Maybe Povetkin's not ready.
For what reason do you think he's not ready?
He's just not ready because like Dill exercised the rematch clause like ASAP, like straight after the knockout. Yeah, maybe he's just not ready. He knows what Dill's about. He knows the power that he possesses. We're onto a bit of a flailing at the back end now career of a great boxer, but he's getting up in the ranks, isn't it? So I think maybe he just needs a bit more time. And the COVID thing, because to me, you could have tested. They should have been testing him frequently since the knockout. And all of a sudden, 3 weeks before the fight, it's already he's positive and hospitalized. Yeah, I just feel
it's a bit. Yeah, that's what I'd say, because when you're in camp, you want to check yourself because you want to know, you don't want to waste yourself your time and effort in camp and coming all the way to the UK and then testing positive. But I don't know. Like I said, he's been a great ambassador for the sports doing his thing, but he has had a checkered past anyway.
Yeah, with Pete.
So. There's many angles of this whole thing. I don't know what the angles. I don't know anything. I'm just, speculating somewhat. It could be the turnaround factor. It could be the factor that, he's just, the timings don't match. You know what I mean? So, and now, giving him all the way until the end of January, I'm sure there won't be no testing over Christmas and everything will be a lot quieter and things will be thinking. But I don't know. I'm not, we got to throw things out there. I don't know. Maybe it is genuine COVID. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is. I don't discount that. I just think that realistically, January the 20th that they're posing is not really one of the dates that, one of the months that boxing is quite active, regardless COVID or not. So, like, realistically, let's go for like a February or March thing. To be,
yeah, I don't know.
You know what I mean? But
yeah, it's kind of.
But in saying that, so where do you think Dill, in your opinion, where does he go? Does he wait for the fight with Povetkin, or does he go for all these options, the Michael Hunters, the Tyson Furies, the Chisoras? What do you think in each of those aspects, and what do you think that the probability of any of those occurring would like happening?
Well, when you look, if you're talking about Michael Hunter, very, very good fighter, rate him very highly, and very dangerous fighter. Risk reward ratio is just not worth it. He's not up there in terms of anyone wanting to fight him, because there's no benefit in fighting Michael Hunter, who's awkward, who's fast, who's sharp. If you're looking at someone like Tyson Fury, obviously he's got all the belts, so it's a good opportunity for Dill to get his hands on fighting for the illustrious belt, the WBC, which he was mandated for all them times. Tyson Fury is looking for an opponent, but at the same time, if you're looking at the business sense of it, he's probably going to say, well, you know, yet again, risk reward ratio, Dill is a live wire. Yeah, exactly. Do I want to fight the likes of Dillian Whyte and you know, him coming to put an arse whooping on me and messing up my bag? And it's a big bag at that. You get me? So the reality is does he want that kind of thing? The likelihood is he probably says, no, I'm going to get someone who doesn't have that mental fortitude, that toughness, that resilience as a Dillian Whyte, who's going to come and want to win. Yeah, you know that. You know when someone says they want to win, but actually is coming to win and wants to win. There's two different things. When they get in there and they get the lick in their mouth a couple of times, they kind of go off the plan, and you know what I mean. So in this instance, someone like Dillian Whyte now, he is hungry. You know what I mean. And look, he's coming off a big loss, so he's got a lot to prove in himself and to people. So he'd come with even different vigor and purpose. You know what I mean. So I think that. They're gonna sidestep that one. You know what I mean? They're gonna do the. You remember Ronaldo, old school Ronaldhinio, the step overs. The Ronaldhinio, you know, the mad step over. Yeah. Trust me, lost, gone. Yeah. You know that there. Yeah. And lost them. Yeah. Trust me, he's not interested. Yeah. Ronaldhinio is the bad boy with the step overs. Yeah. So he, Tyson Fury is gonna do bare shimmies, lose Dill, lose everyone, just run off. He's going to fight someone. He's going to, look, if he fights Caballero, it's a good fight. You know, some people know who Caballero is because he beat Derek Chisora a little while back. But he's not well known here. He's a good boxer. He's a good boxer. He's undefeated, so, you know, he was European champion.
What's his stats? How many fights?
I can't remember. Last time I remember, he's somewhere around 19, 20 and 0 or something. Could be more than that now. But, I mean, he's not bad. He's a good kid. He can box. He was one of the people rumoured to have either knocked out AJ in sparring or smoked him in that camp for Ruiz. So I don't know how true that is.
You came forward when we did our last interview on Pep Talk, and you actually did pose his name forward, and then I saw all the rest of the commentaries actually put his name forward. But you put his name forward first as in the running.
Yeah. So Caballero is good. It's not a bad name. So, you know, in terms of Caballero, he'll come and box. He doesn't bring any roughhouse tactics. He doesn't strong arm. He won't wrestle. He'll just try and box and keep it as it is. Someone like Dill now, he's gonna pull, tug, you know, elbow, bend, punch, hip, groin, neck, back, spine. He's gonna bring it. And you know, like I said, they've got something like over 100 million to make, I think, those boys. So they're not looking for the likes of Dillian Whyte to come and upset that big old bag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. So, all right. So Michael Hunter out.
But going back, because obviously I went off to that, but going back to Dillian in this position, the trilogy with Chisora is a great fight, but that's a fight that's going to be down the line anyway. It's not necessary now. And the first fight was a very evenly contested fight because obviously Dill fought Chisora's fight and he managed to come out victorious and win on that occasion. And it was a rough and rugged fight. The second fight, I don't know how people say Chisora was up on the cards. I didn't have it. To me, it seemed like Dillian was boxing brilliant, boxing on the back foot and moving. And then he had a clinically decisive knockout. Absolute splattered him. And, you know, in that was all the redemption he needed, you know what I mean? So it's one of them.
Yeah.
So that trilogy is there. I don't think it's necessary right now.
No,
but it was good of Derek Chisora to put his hand, put his name in the hat and say, listen, I'll go. But yeah, no, it's not necessary. Right now, I think.
What about Ruiz? He's been thrown into it. I'd like to see that, to be honest.
I think that would be a good fight. I do think that would be a good fight. But yet again, he'll probably say he's not coming to the UK and there isn't enough notice.
I think he said I think I saw another commentary somewhere. I swear he said he wouldn't mind this time round or something. Don't quote me on it, but I'm sure I saw that yesterday floating about. I heard little whispers of Ruiz saying possibly, but then I heard whispers of Eddie saying if it's not Fury, we're just going to wait for Povetkin.
Yeah, but that makes sense anyway. Listen, again, when you look at Ruiz, very very dangerous fighter as well. You know, very dangerous fast hands.
Oi, you don't need to tell me
that the Cookie Monster means business, fam.
Ruiz,
he's gonna try and he's on smoke like he wants to beat you like he stole something.
Bruv, Ruiz can give Dill a run for his money. I'm not even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. That's like
Ruiz is a dangerous fighter.
That'd be a tough fight for Dill.
Yeah, but listen, at this level, they're all tough. They're all tough at this level. So no fight at this level is going to be easy. Yes, my guy. Boom, bang. They're all going to be tough at this level. None of them are easy. All the best fighters are going to be able to beat one another on different days at different times.
And they're all pretty much kind of super heavyweights we're talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look, as you saw, like Styles mates fights, look, Ruiz beat Joshua, Joshua beat Ruiz.
Yeah.
And so on, and you know, look, it's quite weird. So you had, let me try and think who beat. When you look at the likes of Dillian, beat many good fighters. Yeah. He beat obviously Rivas and some other guys who are undefeated and so on. And then you know, Styles makes fights. So sometimes different fights are better for some people than others. Like a prime example of one, I feel like if, for example, AJ fought Usyk, I think Usyk would have an easier time with AJ as opposed to having a fight with Dillian, because Dillian's, I feel
the style of how AJ is, he's just
no, but it's a style. It's a style he's used to fighting. It's a style that is conventional.
Yeah.
Dillian's style is a little bit unconventional, but he goes to the body well, he cuts the distance, and like I said, that roughhouse tactics is a tactic which, you know, he's gonna close. Look, Derek Chisora had a great fight, so Dillian's gonna do a similar thing. Yeah, but with a bit more technical, and he'll literally be you know, punching till the last bell. So I think like, you know, Styles make fights, you know. We could still see
if Dill went with Usyk, we could still see Usyk dance around Dill, like we saw him dance around Chisora if he let.
He will try to do that, but then at the same time, remember, what you got to understand is your feet are the things that's going to get you in and out.
Yeah.
Derek Chisora's flat-footed, and how he was getting in and out of range.
Yeah.
You know, Dill will probably be, Dill's footwork's a little bit better than. So exactly. So he will be able to cut the ring, not just chase around. He will cut the ring and let his hands go. And if you notice, there weren't much big body shots to Usyk's body, and I think that'll be
the first 2 rounds. He scored him with like a kidney shot, and he had the welt Usyk whaler, and that was like the first 2 rounds. I remember that was executed.
No, I think I had Derek winning the first 3-4 rounds anyway, something like that. Anyway, that's just me.
I had 3 rounds, same.
What did you have?
I had him about 3-4 rounds, 4 max.
Yeah.
4 max.
in the beginning. Then I had him winning a few other, like the 10th definitely, and the other few ones were a little bit close. But I mean, listen, Derek's false aggression, that forcefulness, that bruteness is what kind of, you know, kept him in there. And you can see Usyk's not used to that. He got punched one time so bad, he kind of stumbled against the rope and went back. But I'm saying, you see, if that was Dillian would have ran in and carried on to tucking and carried on punching. You get what I'm trying to say? So I mean,
thank you. This is what was so frustrating for me to watch Chisora. Like he'd eventually cut off the ring, get him in the corner, and then he couldn't finish it off. He just lost steam, ran out of steam. So there was nothing going on. So then Usyk like snaps into, you know, survival mode and just dances back. Remember, man, southpaw as well. But I do rate Derek for doing the southpaw.
Yeah, he got into go-go gadget feet, man. Yeah. Go-go gadget feet was good.
Yeah, but yeah, I agree with you. If that was Dill would have tucked him in. He would have executed the tuck-in. Chisora kept chasing him, getting him, and then not finishing off. So frustrating to watch.
Yeah, no, it was hard. But listen, even when he got in, my man was on his bike anyway, so it was always a difficult position.
Yeah.
To kind of be in. But I mean, listen, at the minute, you know, at this level of boxing where these boys are, they're not just going to go and pick any fight and jump in there and fight. The likelihood is, if it ain't a Fury, he'll probably just wait because, you know, that's a mega fight, big money, and for belts, it's just one of them.
Yeah.
So the likelihood is it will look like he'll probably just see out till next year, see out the rest of this, and just do his rematch and seek revenge and redemption.
Yeah, because, because it's a bit of a because he's been in camp for like 9 months in Portugal, training for one specific opponent, and then to have that training.
It weren't that long. No, it wasn't that much.
Yeah, so hang on. So what are we?
No, the first one was from March.
Yeah, so
or March till August, so that was about 4 or 5 months.
8 months.
And then again,
8 months.
March.
Yeah, from March to November, it's 8 months. He comes.
Oh yeah, we're in November. Yes. Okay.
Right.
You know, I don't.
Yeah.
The time's flying.
Yeah, how quick it's gone. This is what.
Yeah, it's gone. Yes, you know.
Yeah, so he's been just in camp for this one opponent, and then for it to be spun on him that maybe in 2 weeks that he could fight someone else. How, you tell me, how as a boxer, how does that affect you mentally? Like, is it feasible to do that? Is it just better to just not engage in that and just go back to the original partner and wait, the original opponent that you was going to fight, and just wait instead of trying to adapt your style for 2.5 weeks for a totally different fight out that's got a totally different style?
Yeah, that would be different, but some guys can just go in there and adapt, and and obviously you're right.
Can Dillian adapt like that?
Yeah, possibly. If possibly, it just depends who it is. But yet again, what they're going to look at is it's a pay-per-view date, so the fight would have to be pay-per-view worthy. So they can't go and pick anyone lower down just to say get me a run out, and then do the people buy the fight. Remember, they're a business. They've got to look at many options on this. How risky is the fight? In terms of looking at the paper and saying the reward for fighting this guy. Well, what do they say? You beat them. You don't go up anymore because they're behind you. The people you're talking about facing, that. Or one of them you beat twice already.
Yeah.
Obviously, i.e., I hear one was a very close fight. And other stuff. So
yeah,
I don't know. One was by a devastating knockout, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Man like Sam Jones, in the place. Yeah, big up yourself, man.
Big up Sam Jones.